Now we're going to discuss planning our meeting. The first thing we have to do is to define the objectives. We should be asking ourselves, what is the purpose of this meeting? What is the question we're trying to answer? What are we trying to achieve by having this gathering? And what will success look like? Only when we have an answer for these questions should we then go into further planning of this meeting. Next, we'll have to create an agenda that will enable us to deliver the objectives. A common mistake we make when planning meetings is to start with the creation of the agenda, opposed to first defining our purpose. And your agenda is like the roadmap. It's how you're going to achieve the objective, but you first need to define where you're going. For example, if we're going on a trip, we first need to decide where we're going, and then we now pick the route in which we'll get there. You can have multiple agendas to achieve one objective, but you first need to define where we're trying to get to. Once we have our agenda in place, we should select the attendees required to fulfill that agenda. So ask yourselves, who needs to be there to ensure the objectives are met? And who does not need to be there? Sometimes the most important part of a meeting is deciding who should not be invited. Then specify the documents to be reviewed ahead of the meeting. These could be KPI reports, an action tracker, minutes of meeting, but make sure that it's clearly specified to the attendees so they know how they're supposed to prepare before attending this meeting. Then assign roles and responsibilities. There may be tasks you can't do yourself in the meeting, and agree upfront who from your attendees will be carrying out certain roles. Then you schedule your first meeting. Set not just the timing of it, i.e. we're having it at Tuesday at 4:30, but also the duration. How long will the meeting be? Then you sort out your logistics. The room, the lighting, the projector if needed, if it's going to be a conference call, the conference call codes. I can't count the number of meetings that I've had that have been a waste of time because the equipment didn't work, or we're having a meeting under a very loud conveyor belt. Ensure that your venue is fit for purpose. Then you need to agree the ground rules, and we'll discuss more on ground rules later. But basically, it's the code of conduct for the people in this meeting. Then, if necessary, you'll need to pre-present to key stakeholders, and this is for controversial or very sensitive topics. But for most of your meetings, you won't need to pre-engage. When you have your objectives, your roles and responsibilities defined, your invitees defined, your documents and reports, and your agenda and ground rules in place, you can put these all together on a document we call a meeting outline. And this is a one-stop shop showing how this meeting is going to actually run and work. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Please, if you have any questions, do leave them in the comment section.